here today in Murcia region, and we are visiting a vineyards called Casa Rojo, which is, if you're gonna translate from Spanish, is gonna be a red house. These guys have quite interesting wines as well as the one of the quite famous wine, I think it's from Murcia land. They also have some vineyards in Ribera del Duero, in the land of reds, and they have some vineyards in the land of white, which is north, which is Cava, and northwest, which is Baixas, Ribera, Rías Baixas, my God, y Rueda, y Valdeoro. This time we're gonna see them in Murcia. We're gonna see what they're gonna talk about, the history and the philosophy of making wine, because there is not that much information, to be honest with you, on a website. We're meeting a guy, I hope so, whose name is Alejandro, and he is gonna be the one who's gonna show us around, because apparently this bodega, this winery, is not really open for public, open only for professionals, and yeah, we are professionals. Let's see.
Well, we are first generation winery. The winery is the full concept was created by two winemakers, José Luis Gómez and Laura Muñoz. Now they are in Ribera, because we have two estates.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. One where we are here. This is our home, where everything started in Casa Rojo, and then we started to buy plots and vines in Ribera del Duero. And now we are in the middle of a construction of a big facility, we are here. Like I was telling you, our understanding of the different wine styles of Spain is continental weather, and the best terroir we found in the past was Ribera del Duero for the interpretation of the Tempranillo, and Murcia, our home, where the Monastrell, as you know, the local grape variety, it's everything. So here we really focus in the interpretation of this variety. So everything that you will see today here with me, we have done in order to interpret it in the best way the Monastrell.
Perfect.
That is the local grape. In France, it's Mourvedre,
yes.
as you know. So we are not a third generation winery, so we are first generation, and the good thing of being a first generation is that you don't have anyone telling us what to do.
How to do it.
When the people ask, the first question is, why you look so modern, the building or the labels? It's not modern, it's first generation building and labels. And the second chance we had in the past was we had the possibility to choose the allocation. So it was not a family allocation.
Yes.
We started to make a research around the region of Murcia, looking for the best monastery. And then at this time, José Luis and Laura, they were talking to several winemakers, friends, sommeliers, and everybody was spotting as the best area for the monastery where we are now. So we are in the middle, in the north slope of Sierra de la Pila. So Sierra de la Pila is what you have there. This is the north slope. And in the other side, you have Sierra del Carche.
So it's two national parks, isn't it? Yes.
That's it. So there are two national parks. In the middle, there is a rock. Where we are now is the La Raja, El Valle de la Raja. And in front of us, in this direction, you have the Mediterranean, just in front of us. And this is very important for us because we have big influence from the Mediterranean. So especially in the summer, when you have the breeze coming from the sea, it's low, a little bit the temperature in the area, 3-4 degrees, because our idea in the beginning was to make more fresher, medium high acidity red wine in the area. So altitude, very important. Proximity to the Mediterranean, very important. We are one of the closest spot to the Mediterranean. And the last thing, the limestone. It's very deep in this area. We make a research around the area. little bit of the map of the different plantations that we have. In the middle, as you can see, we have the winery. We have a very small plot of Petit Verdot that for us is kind of the salt and the pepper for the blends. Is the plot that you have just in front of us. And then on top, on this slope, on the north slope, we have the Garnacha. And here the rest is the Monastrell through the Rambla and also to the north slope. And very nice plot we have in front of us, Syrah. The Syrah is on trellis, and the rest, the local grapes, this Garnacha and Monastrell, is planted in bush. If you don't irrigate, to plant in bush, it's very important.
Yes.
Keep the humidity.
Yeah.
Because if not, it's really impossible to do that. So all the grapes are very close to the winery to avoid oxidation. Everything is hand-picked in September.
Perfect. Yes.
So that's very important. In this area, it's not that different in other wineries because everything that you see that is planted in bush is hand-picked because there is no machine to pick up the grapes. The idea and the reason why we hand-picked is because you make the first selection in the vines. That's very important, doing by a human. And secondly, because we take in boxes of 15 kilos to avoid oxidation. You know that this area is very hot. So you will see during the whole visit that our big fight is oxidation. It's not Ribera del Duero, but here really oxidation is a key. It's a big problem. So this is the Syrah. As I told you, it's 7 years old, and it's the only one that we in the summer sometimes we irrigate.
Wow, beautiful. To be honest with you, I've never seen the vineyards in winter. I've always seen vineyards in summer or spring when they're already blooming.
Yes,
and when the berries are starting to go, to get onto the vines. And this is the first time when I see them sleeping. Yeah,
and they are really sleeping. Very interesting here. You can still see the harvest. So when you hand-picked, there are several bunches that you don't use. Because when they are not perfect,
but they're not perfect.
You throw away and then you integrate them into the terroir like you are seeing here. Now you see that they are sleeping. Now we're going to do a nice process in a couple of weeks. That is the winter. The pruning is when we cut
all the old ones.
Spanish is sardina.
I don't know in English either.
We will cut here.
So interesting. It's like a human, isn't it?
Yes.
It's like a child of 7 years old. You give him one little sweet and he's gonna run around like
I'm
crazy.
sure you know, but it's in the vines you cannot pick up. You can pick up, but you don't have enough quality the first 6 years.
Yes.
So you need to wait 6 years
Yes.
to have enough quality to start to craft wines.
Alejandro, so what is your harvest, more or less?
When we start the harvest?
No. The
in terms of
in
kilos.
terms of kilos,
In terms of kilos.
Yes.
Because here we do around 150,000 kilos. The quality it's something that is only possible to do with
Small
a
amount.
small amount.
Yeah.
You can do big amount in one quality, and then you can make a project.
Absolutely.
I mean, that's possible
Yes.
to do in
Yeah.
a cooperative, a high-end
Yeah.
wine. But then you need to separate the way of doing
Absolutely.
it. That's what I think. But then when the people wants to buy a bottle of wine in Spain, quality wine for €5, I don't know what they are expecting. I mean, it's a miracle. It's a miracle, and some wines are really nice and drinkable.
Yeah.
But you cannot expect
No,
have a terroir-driven wine.
Absolutely.
No.
Yeah.
Or
I think all the wines are drinkable.
today, more or less, yes, and that's
But,
incredible.
yes, but as you say, €5, can it be an exceptional quality?
No, I don't think so.
Unfortunately, again, here we have to, and we've seen it already. We've just been open for 2.5 months, but since then, since we opened, we've been teaching people that yes, there are wines 3 and 4 and €5. However, don't expect exactly the same quality as you would buy for, let's say, €15.
But for example, for me, it's very simple. So you see the vines here, they are new. So we planted 7 years ago. Now we are capable to do wines with these grapes.
Yes.
You see the work that we have to do during the whole year, hoping not to have a big rain or whatever,
Yeah.
or something that go bad. Then you harvest by hand
Yes.
in boxes. Then you bring to the winery. Then you have facility to craft the wine. Then you need to craft the wine for 1 or 2 years at least.
Yes, at least.
At least.
Yes.
And then you need to bottle, so you need the facility, bottle, label, cork, people, and then you sell, and then you go to the shop, and the shop need a margin. And then you
Absolutely.
have wines for €4. What do you expect for €4?
Yes.
Who is losing money?
Who is
Normally, the grower.
Normally.
They are
Absolutely.
not
Normal.
getting paid
Absolutely.
or whatever.
You are importing some wines to UK.
Exporting?
Exporting, yes,
Well,
sorry.
we export a lot.
A lot.
We export a lot. Because as we don't sell to supermarkets,
Yeah.
Great.
so our markets are smaller.
Yes.
So we don't have this pressure of the volume. So we have many markets, or Swiss market, Belgian market, Dutch market, Spanish market, but only in all of them, we are in shops, and wine shops, sorry, and
Or restaurants.
and restaurants.
I see. I
And
see.
the
I
same
see.
and the same in the UK.
Very good.
Amazing. How's business after Brexit in terms of
It's
all
one
the-
it's one of the countries that has suffered
A
the
lot,
most,
yeah.
especially for us. We are a little bit out of the equation.
Yeah.
We see a lot of crisis. Restaurants are going down. I
Yes.
think you don't have you have less tourist people. You have less investors in the area spending money
Yeah,
on these
absolutely.
restaurants.
Absolutely.
I feel crisis. It's a long time for me not to go there, but I feel a little bit of crisis,
Absolutely.
especially for the restaurant business.
Yeah.
That was so top.
Yeah.
Well, we had another one here, that is Minami, very high-end Syrah, that is sold out, a very small quantity. So we do Macho Man, 100% Monastrell, we do Enemigo Mio. We have been talking about those
Beautiful
little
creatures.
beautiful creatures. Garnacha, 100% Garnacha, so Enemigo Mio, my enemy. So, well, Garnacha is the first grape to be ripened for harvest time. And so those wild boars, they like the sweet Garnacha.
Oh, nice.
So we always have some products with them. And then we have a blend that is called Viñas Bastardas. And then in the other side, as I told you, Ribera del Duero, very important for us. We are building now the new bodega over there, Alexander versus the Ham Factory, a very high-end Ribera del Duero, 18-month in oak, and a very pure Tempranillo, that is Clone 98. And then we have what we call Tierra de Blancos, that is singular projects of white wines in different areas of Spain. But here we don't have we don't own the bodega.
Ah, right, okay.
Because there are singular projects. So, for example, Mari Morena is a very nice albariño that we do in the south of the Apelación of Rías Baixas, and it's only one wine. So we don't want to have a winery to craft one albariño. So we have no Rosal in the south. Then we have Godello, the Orange Republic, 100% Godello from Valdeorras, is the Apelación. And then in Rueda, you know that is very close to
to Ribera. Yes.
We have two. A very nice Verdejo on the lease.
Verdejo, on the list.
Albarino.
And Gavacha, La Gavacha, that is Sauvignon Blanc, 100% Sauvignon Blanc.
And
then-
Cava.
And Cava from Penedès, 100% Trepat. That is a red variety from Barcelona area.
Yes.
This area, very interesting.
Very interesting.
Rosé.
Negro.
This is rosé. So this is the bodega of the 3 wines plus Minami, so 4 wines that we have been talking. What we have here in front of us is the monastrell doing the malolactic, so the second fermentation into the barrel. So we use for that malolactic 100% new French oak.
French.
Yeah.
First year.
And you can see the new.
Yeah, they knew, absolutely.
We are just finishing the malolactic.
Oh, wow, interesting.
Yeah?
This is going to be Macho Man 2021.
2021.
Normally there is.
So it's going to be somewhere beginning of summer? The
This,
bottling?
no, the bottle is going to be in 1 year.
Ah, in 1 year. Okay.
In 1 year.
Okay.
Normally there is downstairs, there is the one vintage
Yes.
that you will see in the cellar. This is the another vintage that is, so 2021 is upstairs, still finishing malolactic. Downstairs is 2020, already bottled
Bottled,
to be launched in the next months. And in the shops, in the street, you have the 2019, that is the current vintage. So you always are playing with three vintages. One is in the street or in the shops or in the houses of the people. One is waiting to be launched, so in the reductive aging, for aging in the bottle.
In the bottle, yes.
And one is in another one, and the new one is crafting.
So it's always new barrels for you?
No, here for the malolactic fermentation, yes, but not all the wines do the malolactic fermentation into the barrels, just part of it.
Okay.
At the end, it's like a kitchen. You have different ingredients and different ways, and then at the end you make the blend. So part is doing malolactic here, part is doing malolactic in the regular barrels, in deposits, and the same with the aging.
And they are closed deposits, aren't they? Not opened.
Those are open on top.
Not open on the top. All right. Okay.
Always to craft a still wine, you need to open on top.
Okay.
Because, well, when during fermentation, you need to get out or you get champagne.
Perfect.
That's it. So this is, vinification is doing by plot or parcel. So those deposits of Legend are 7,000 liters, and they are inverse troncoconic. The idea for the monastery was to make the press a small, light press by gravity into the deposits.
Right.
So you know when you put inside the grapes, the first thing the most goes down, and then up you have the hat with the skins and the seeds. So our job from this point is to irrigate this skin with the most. So we make the delestage from here, we take it out the most, we pump,
Back
and we
into it,
irrigate. So when we make this operation, the hat goes down to a smaller diameter. So every time that goes down, you make a press, a natural press by gravity into the deposit. That's the reason of the
Very interesting.
of the deposit.
I have. This is the first time I see this technique.
They are done by they are done by a family in Bordeaux, the deposits, and they came here before we started with the project to know more about the monastery, the good things of the monastery and the difficult things of the monastery, to come with a solution to have the better quality. So here you have those cooling jackets to control fermentation. So you know when you have the yeast inside the deposit, the process is simple. They eat the sugar from the most, and they make alcohol, temperature, and CO2, the gas. The gas you open and goes out, and then you have temperature and alcohol. Both of them they kill the yeast. So our job is to make the perfect
Environment,
environments to keep them working in the best way. This way is very, very important to control very precise the temperature of the working space. And the alcohol is something that finally kills the yeast. That's the reason why you cannot find in the market wine with more than 16 degrees by law. It's supposed that more than that is not wine, it's fortified. So there is a point that the yeast start to work and they die. And that's why in every single wine you always have a residual sugar. Normally it's 2.5, 2.7, 3.5, 3.8, depending on the grape. And normally the wines from this very hot area, the residual sugar is a little bit higher, and the reason is because the content of sugar is much higher because of the sun. We have a lot of sun.
Interesting.
As I told you, like in a kitchen. Those are fooders from Saudi. It's the Maroon company. You see here. From France, from Bordeaux. 11,000 liters. And here we make fermentation and aging of several wines. But normally it was we bought those 4 deposits to create Enemigo Mio, the Garnacha. So normally it's the Garnacha, the one that is fermented and aged into the deposit. The Garnacha is very delicate, we don't want to touch it. It's the display to control all the working. This is by Terminox. It's one of the most premium machineries to control temperatures in the deposit.
In the deposits,
It's something that is very...
Come on.
Dime, Carol. Estamos abajo en bodega.
You can see how young is the winery, the company itself, and how modern it is compared to many others we've seen.
Professional tasting room.
Yeah.
You have the table with the light. The light is to see the color of the wine. This is our history in 7 vintages. So we started with the first vintage, Machoman was 2012, 13, 14. Then we stopped for 1 year, and then we started again in 2016 here.
Okay.
In the new facility, 17, 18, 19, and we are very close to launch the 2020 in a couple of months.
You can see how the label changed.
Every vintage, new label. It's the way to fix an image to a vintage. So that people
Right.
This is The ones we have, the different soils, we have big ramblas here, so that means that with the big floodings, you have very different soils. You have seen how close and how different the soils are. Minerality of this chalky, so it's very nice. Fruitness with this clay soil. Structure here, structure and halco and strength. That's the, at the end, the miracle of the area is the terroir. This is soil, the weather conditioning with the sea, and the altitude.
This is lovely the way it's
La Raja.
La Raja, yeah.
You see that one side is really very desertic.
Yes.
The one that is looking to the south.
Yeah.
And the one that is looking to the north is super green.
Well, this picture is fun. And who creates the names?
The labels, the owner, Jose Luis,
Okay.
with the designer.
But the name as well comes from what reasons? Let's say, why is it called?
At the end, in the company, this Jose Luis and Laura. Laura is doing more the finance area of the company, and Jose Luis is doing more the marketing area.
Okay.
Both together, the winemaking. So winemaking together, and then financial department more Laura, and marketing is more Jose Luis. So Jose Luis is working something for the labels and designs. Is working very close to the designer.
Amazing. This is really nice. Really nice. A young company and doing very interesting and different things. Certainly not the same ones as we have seen in the other bodegas, which have been, working few generations or in the family. So very interesting.
We have seen the vineyards of this wine, the Garnacha. It's 100% Garnacha. Garnacha, especially in Spain, you have two very big different styles. One is the one from the area from Zaragoza, from Campo de Borja, from the north. They craft really big Garnachas. And the other style of Garnacha is more Mediterranean Garnacha, and the Garnacha that craft, for example, in the Rhone Valley, so that are lighter.
Yeah.
So our Garnacha is more this kind of French style, so we're looking for a very Mediterranean Garnacha, medium light body. We bought the Fudres, the 11,000 liter deposits to make the fermentation and also the aging into the Fudres. So the wood doesn't go too much into the wine.
Yeah.
So we're looking for a very fruity, light, medium high acidity red and very spicy, like the Garnacha.
Yeah.
Imagine, for example, in the summer or in spring, going for a paella, a rice with bogavante, and you want to have a red wine. This is the style of red that I will go for. Even with fish, it's good.
Wow.
It's nice, isn't it?
Yeah, but citrus, yeah, very citrus. No?
Oh, I don't know. It's not citrusy.
For me?
I would say leathery for me.
Leathery?
It's a bit leathery on the nose.
That's coming from the Fudre. from the food, but at the end you have a lot of an explosion of red fruit, a lot of red fruit in it, some cassis, and very important again the freshness. It's a little bit warm because of the heating, I think, but it's good.
It's a bit like, berry candies.
Berry, yeah.
Yeah, you get
Yes.
that a little bit, doesn't it?
Yes.
What do you mean the blueberry?
Not even the blueberry, the other one. How is it called? It's like raspberry, but dark.
Yes. But you mean the one that are quite small?
No.
The
Big berries?
The big,
Like big berries, yes.
Yes.
How are they
This
called?
is, I think in Spain it's called mora.
Maybe.
Mora.
Yeah.
Mora. It's something that I feel a lot in this wine.
Oh.
There are candies of this mora that you see a lot. Let me check. I think it's mora.
But this one is very nice and fresh.
Beautiful.
Definitely.
This
Yes.
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 This
Yes.
one, yeah.
moras. With this, when they are like crunchy. And
Yes,
have
yes,
this
beautiful,
freshness.
beautiful. But I think there's, for me, I don't know, maybe in that one is going to be more, but in this one I can taste that. Bless you. Really nice.
Beautiful. Yes.
Very clean nose.
Very clean,
The nose
yes.
is super clean.
And a beautiful color as well. Beautiful.
You know, in the Mediterranean here, the most difficult thing to get is color, a nice color. We fight a lot to get a nice color. It's one of the big challenges that you have in the Mediterranean with the Monastrell and the Garnacha.
Is it because of this very rich skin?
It's because of the skin and because of the oxidation, the temperature. What we do is we have outside, we have a reefer container. We put the grapes, when we make the harvest, we put them, we chill till 4 degrees, and then we introduce to the wineries to keep the aromas and to fix the color.
I see.
To fix the color is something that is very difficult here. In Ribera del Duero, it's not
No
a problem.
problem. Yeah.
In Ribera del Duero, you need to control the tannins, the bitterness, but the color in Ribera del Duero is always fantastic.
Very nice color.
And this is a wine to have in the shop less than 50 euros. It's around 12, 50 euros is the price of an amigo mio. And now we are going to taste the Clone 98, that is very unique Ribera del Duero. The name Clone 98 is the name of the first autochthonous clone of Tinta Fina. I don't know if you know, but in Ribera del Duero, the Tempranillo is called Tinta Fina. When they started to plant Tempranillo in the area, they had problems because of the weather. It was very extreme, and the Tempranillo was not well adapted to the soil. So the government started to develop different clones of Tempranillo that was better adapted. The first one that was good adapted, and today is the most extended one, is Clone 98.
I see.
And this is the name, and that's why you have the primate, the survivor, on the label. So we have tried to do a very natural, pure Tempranillo. So no oak, only concrete. So the oxidative aging only in concrete. So you can really dig into the varietal, because sometimes in Ribera del Duero you only taste wood.
The wood, yeah.
You don't know exactly how the terroir is and how the varietal is, how the Tempranillo is. So this is pure Tempranillo, aged for 6 months in concrete deposits.
Wow.
So
Interesting.
so for someone that wants to look like or to dig more into the Tempranillo to understand better the variety, it's really good. Let me see how it is. Fantastic. And we age for 1 year.
Beautiful. Oh.
You see the glycerin, how the tears.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're quite heavy, aren't they?
14.5, but it's not really big in the mouth like other monasteries. You still have freshness, acidity, a lot of spiciness,
Definitely. You know, this is Monastrell. It's, for me, it's quite similar to Shiraz. Especially on aromas, it's definitely, it can be confused, isn't
It can
it?
be confused to Syrah. Syrah is the other variety that from the area is also Mediterranean, so it has some similarities. But then the Syrah is much bigger.
Yeah.
Syrah here goes close to 16 degrees of alcohol, and it's more jammy. So with the Syrah, you get more richness, a little bit more of those of these violets on it. You see very easy in the color, and so it's bigger but less elegant. For me, this is more elegant and more glyceric. You see the tears here, how they look
Yeah.
like.
It's beautiful.
Very
yeah.
glyceric. You feel it in the mouth.
It's very different from other Monastrells we've tasted, isn't it?
Oh yes, oh yes. Cherries? Yeah? Black
A lot
cherries.
of berries in general.
Black cherries. I can feel the black cherries for sure.
But at the end, what is very important with the Monastrell is to have really an explosion of berries, of red fruit.
Yes.
Red and blue berries. It's very important. They have the touch of the leather is also there.
Mm-hmm.
In the